Hello, hello. Welcome. It is not appropriately picking up on what is happening. Game auto detect did not work. It did not work. Alright, let's fix that. Add source. Gonna go with desktop capture, selection. Nah. Now we're just gonna capture the whole thing. Nope, that's not doing. So congratulations, you get to now see my desktop. Congratulations. If I'm not mistaken, stream chat should be... Yep, okay. So, if anyone says anything in chat, it should be popping up directly over my little PNG tuber head. Fun, fun. Gotta make sure that Discord is properly in stream mode. Apologies, I am a little bit off my game. Today has been stressful so far. That is fine. Now then, I select that. So one of the first things is I need to make a logo that will serve as a watermark for my streams on YouTube. Because for whatever reason, YouTube says that I need to have a watermark. Well, I mean, it doesn't say I need one, but like, you know. One moment. Did I not actually... I could have sworn I went... Oh my goodness. This is a mess. YouTube, you get a lot more of the stream than Twitch does today. Speaking of, hello Twitch. Hi, hi. And now we're live. Fun, fun. Alright, so, of course, I could just do my head. My head is usually a pretty decent call for this sort of thing. We're going to start with an 8-pixel brush. Black is a good color. So I think I'm going to use my blue. So my blue is a nice... It's a very nice for the thing. I don't exactly have much in the way of ideas, though. So... I used to have a symbol sort of like this that I would put on, like, my Nerf guns and stuff. So I think if I work with a hexagonal shape in general, and do something with that. Because, I mean, like, that makes sense, right? That's probably gonna be a decent... I don't know, that's gonna at least be a decent starting point. I need to pull up a calculator. Because we are working with this whole area here, and it has been years since I've done trigonometry, and if I want to get this, like, actually, like, well done, like, you know, Anyway, or I could do a pretty simple just... There's a circle tool in this. Where the hell did that go? Sprite, by the way, is a fantastic tool. So, let's see. If I go to... It was 75, 4. No. We're going to go from 4, 4 to 146, 146. This is going to be extremely silly, but it is something. I love doing weird as fuck geometry. Don't you love doing weird geometry? Alright, so then that makes it easy. If I literally just find the spot where that overlaps, then it's just a matter of putting a dot there. It is interesting, though, that that is... Well, no matter. I think 14,111 is sufficient. And so it was 111 because this would be 39. Let me make sure that I actually placed that correctly. Do I need this to be pixel perfect? No. Do I need it to be pixel perfect, however? Yes. I have messed up the circle. I am realizing. Because you see, we're actually centering on that point there. Not the edge. So if I do from 475 Hello, my wifey. How you doing?
Hey.
have brought me a beverage.
I'm gonna bring him food now.
Oh, I appreciate this. Thank you. Y'all, please love the women in your life. Women are amazing. Hmm. Yeah, this actually, I think, should work perfectly well. I put this at 75, 111. Oh, not control. We want... Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Control shift is amazing. Oh, control shift is beautiful. Hmm. That's incorrect. So if I'm not mistaken, I should just be able to then go, like, click control shift. Expand it. Oh goodness. Look. You know, I wasn't meaning for this to just be playing around with Aesoprite, but like, Aesoprite's cool. Good tool. Hello, thank you. I've been brought hot dogs.
Cold.
They are indeed not cold. I have checked this for myself. Alright, so we determined that the...
What?
We've got 1339, 13110, so we've got 39 as a line, yeah, toggle vertical symmetry. Is that? No. Toggling vertical symmetry did not work. What the heck? Where is my line? There's supposed to be a line that shows up, because, like, I can toggle 45-degree symmetry, and it'll do that. There we go. Alright, so 1339, and so 13 and 136. I feel like that's 14 and 136, but wow. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Oh, hi. Hey, Marley. Hell yeah, women. We love women. Hey, Potato King. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so if I just do that, then make this symmetrical with that situation over there. Then, yeah, that gives me something sufficiently symmetrical. Gonna quickly blot these in with black because I am going to do a less than perfect method of clearing this canvas to a sane degree, but it's totally fine. So if I just non-contiguous fill, yep, there we go. Alright, so then line 8 thickness. Hell yeah, check that out. Look at that. Does that not look cubical? Look at the cubic shape. I have made it. It is an cube. The cube. I say cube. This is... I mean, I guess it sort of is a cube, but... like, also... it's not limited to being a cube. You know, I just realized that I did something a little bit silly. One moment. New layer. Doop, 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 doop. Alright. Beautiful. Alright, so... I feel like I should actually say what the hell I'm doing. So I'm trying to make a watermark that will go in the bottom right-hand corner for my YouTube channel, where all of the VODs of my streams go. I would quite like to actually have a, you know, a watermark that looks realistic. Hey, Brandon Rudy, cube. But yeah, so I want to actually have something that exists that I can put there, and I don't want it to just be my PNG tuber's face, because, well, I do love this face. This, oh, well, just throw myself behind the thing. Can I just control Z? No, I cannot control Z to put myself back exactly where I was. I am forever cursed. This is my curse to bear. But it's irrelevant. But yeah, so I can't just take my PNG tuber and just put it in the thing. Oh no. Sorry. Sorry, I didn't, I didn't mean to dox ya. I would recommend, if you, would like your name to not be your handle, going into, YouTube settings and altering that, because that is... I can't help you with that. Let's see, so if I set this to this, I'm going to move this layer up here, properties, mode, I want this to be... no. No, 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 that's normal. I'm just going to turn down its opacity. There we go. Now we've got the dots sitting in their locations at low opacity. Nothing can go wrong with this. And so now, if I do a little bit of this, I really hope that people don't think that, like, I'm gonna be the hex casting streamer, because, like, hex casting in Minecraft is nice and all. I'm gonna be so real. I started to try to use it and just could not get the hang of it. Which is a little bit of a shame, because it seems like it's really cool. It's just not me. Hmm. I don't know, that outline seems weird. But it's fine, all I have to do, check this. Non-contiguous, fill that. And non-contiguous, fill that. There we go. And if I hide that layer, behold, it is cube. Hmm. I think I want to do something. This is going to be a little bit silly, but I'm going to see. It has been a while since I used things like the wand fill tool, and then eraser. Whoops, that's incorrect. Wand fill tool, do that. Then I can just erase over that. Yeah, so here's a little bit of check this shit out. The power of masking. And no, I'm not just talking about that thing that autistic people do. Though that too is masking. The outline looked like half of a 3D effect for a sec. Yeah, it kind of did. I'm trying to make it work, in a way that is actually... Holy shit, that's the wrong size. Look, just because the art is very silly and, not as well done as, it could be, doesn't make it not art. Me when I'm autistic. Masking. Yeah. Imagine. Couldn't be me. Me when I'm stealth masking. Oh no. I mean... Yeah, but I get it though. I get it. That's... Sometimes that's what you gotta do to survive. Retweet? Imagine. Alright, there we go. Okay, so... I don't know. I think this will give the impression of, like, some cube stuff going on and have, like, a nice little outline of the lines. I feel like I need to do something, like, actually in the spaces. I don't know. I've got a number... Yes, hi, Noda. I recognize you as Suboptimal Solutions. You're cool. I like you. Yes, potato, it is the cube. Alright, so... I feel like I should do something, like, in each of these areas, but I'm not entirely sure what. Y'all got any ideas? Yeah, you out here being a deer. Man, that's weird. My ugly dog is meowing. What's going on with that? Green. Hmm. Green could do. Because, like, a part of me was thinking, like, oh, what if I do, like, so I have a series of glyphs that I came up with when I was much younger. Uh, so, like, there's this one that, strictly speaking, its meaning is blood, but it's there. Whoa. Whoa! The ugly dog is bilingual? Oh my goodness. Throw back to like a month or two ago. Babe, how long ago was it that.
What?
How long ago was it that Scout barked at me?
Uh, uh,
Anyway, so I was. The color scheme I'm going for. So, generally, I tend towards a. Hmm, I don't know, like, you see my little PNG tuber down here? I like having some pretty decently subdued colors and then like the occasional pop. Like I wouldn't actually think that putting this here in red is like gonna be the call. But like if I were to do the glyphs in like their appropriate colors, it'd be like that and oh kitty. Cat's over here choking on chicken bones. So anyway, like if I were going for a purely like maintaining the style that I would have gone with when I was much younger, where it was like pretty much purely the oh how to describe it. Where it was like, yeah, these are the glyphs and they're the colors of the things that they represent. Like this would have been the thing, because like each of these represents like an element that I consider to be important to me. But but quite frankly, I don't think that's gonna like make nearly as much sense for a gaming channel. Like that's I don't think that's the vibe, quite frankly. Cool though it may be. Hmm. Now that I think about it though, I do think that there is something. Oh shit. Okay. Wait, bear with me. This is going to be weird as hell, probably. But we're gonna make it work. So layer 4 is going down at the bottom. We're going line 8 in black. We're gonna hide those two. Hmm. No, I think that's gonna be incorrect. Uh, yeah, no. So if I do a little bit of line 6 in blue, I do very much like this electric blue. It's a very good color. Alright, and then I revealed these. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Potato asks, how's day going for you? I mean, it's not horrible. Had some stressors going on earlier, but is not so bad. It's fine. I'm living life. I'm doing my best to take care of myself, and frankly, that's like sometimes that's what you gotta do. You just gotta take care of yourself. Yeah, if I just have that in the background like that, it's gonna look weird as hell because there's nothing properly separating it from the other blue lining. But like, I don't know, I feel like there is something to be done here. Because like I do really like the idea of it being distinctly a cube. Self-care is important. Hmm. Hmm. How am I going to differentiate this? Because I like the idea of this just being like a cube, and I just realized what is it with hmm. You know, I'm not gonna put Snap isn't gonna be a part of my like username or anything, so that's fine. Um, just suddenly having a moment of, oh no, I could be mistaken as trying to do like a thing with the fact that Penny Snap Cube exists. And she's already got like the whole cube thing going on. Oh no. But it's fine. Hmm. No, okay, that bottom layer is silly. I think I think lettuce. Okay, wait. So if I do that and then I nope, okay. Hmm. Nope, that just leaves me with that bordering space selected. That's not what I'm trying to do. Say put that there and then select both of those. Nope, okay, that did not in fact do what I wanted. If I do that, it will select differently. Hmm. I go over here and then I shift right click that. Now. I think I'm just gonna be doing it like low-key normal style. Alright, so combine those, merge these down. Doop, doop, doop. Nope, not that one. Go away, Banivator. I say Banivator. The a bot attempting to sell AI viewers popped up in chat. You may have noticed I'm not exactly about that life. Everything I do myself. Yeah. Yeah, ew, gross. Like, on one hand, like, I understand. Some people, like, that's how they're, like, able to get themselves out there. On the other hand, come on. Like, no. That's not okay. Hmm. What if this is going to be very silly? What if I do, like, this, and then, like, a, and then, like, so. Hmm. I don't know. That feels visually distinct. What do y'all think? Like, I mean, it obviously is entirely unfinished, but I don't know. I feel like it's got something going on with it. Yeah, like it's interesting. It's like, mind you, I can absolutely refine stuff later, but like feels like electrical sort of. Yeah, yeah, that actually is a part of the thing. Like, oh my goodness, I need to like info dump to y'all at some point about like my character's backstory and stuff. Robolos cube gives the cube a flow, if that makes sense. Yeah. Alright, I think that extra black is unnecessary, I'm feeling. Like, I don't know. How are we feeling? Like, do we want this or this? Like, considering that this is going to be a watermark, it's going to be already at opacity, like in the bottom right hand corner of a video. So, like, I don't know. I feel like this is going to be a little bit better on that front. Hmm. I'm going to try something. This is probably going to be a little bit bizarre. If I do that and then where the hell is the invert selection button? I know I had like the ability to just go with like completely inverting it. Well, no matter. All I have to do actually, if I want to fully do an inverse selection, is do that. Right click, there we go. Alright. Now then, this is going to be weird as hell, but I'm going to make this non-contiguous. That's going to go red. Evil cube. Yeah, Twilight baby, it's an evil cube now. Um, hmm. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this without massively ruining things, because if I attempt to do that, that goes weird. That's not the goal. Cube with a bad moral compass. Ontologically evil. Ugh. Okay, wait, no, no. It's actually so easy. Like, check this out. All I have to do is take layer 3, do, let's say, a nice phthalo green. I like phthalo green. Can we get an ethicist on this? You know, oh goodness, that's the wrong tool. Come on, give me line 8. Now, mind you, this is only the first thing that I'm working on. And, like, it is likely to not be... Like, I don't need this to be perfect. Like, I need to reiterate this for my own sake. It doesn't need to be perfect. Oh no, no, don't ask the grok. Don't ask the machine. Alright, we do that and that. Okay. Then we can hide that layer, and then we can do, uh, hello? Oh, right, I need to have it on the correct layer. Alright, so then we can turn it ontologically evil, and electrify it, and then, incorrect. There we go. And then if I do that, there we go. I don't know, how's that feeling? Like, I feel like the fact that the, like, little intermediary lines are weaker still conveys enough, but it's a cube. That's a block. The block's doing the thing. It's a hunk of stone. I love having a hunk of stone. Don't y'all love having a hunk of stone? Having a hunk of stone's everyone's favorite. Scout Kitty, do you love having a hunk of stone? Yeah, you do. You know what? I am going to put a picture of my cat, Scout, on the stream. Are y'all ready for this? This is going to be delightful. Yeah, it's a dynamic cube. That is... Where the heck is... Where did my phone go? Oh, there it is. It's really all I have to do is just send myself a picture of a cat.
When was this?
That was a little while back, but I'm gonna save this image. Put that in my downloads, it's fine. Come on over to XSplit. Oh, the stream display of stuff is a little bit silly. Let me fix that. Because having chat actually visible is a thing that I kind of care about a little bit. Let's see. Change the message color to, yeah, let's say that. Oh, Nikes. Well, that's fine. Gonna have a different font, chat. Let's see, what am I gonna put y'all in? Chat, would you be mad if I made y'all Comic Sans? Why the hell is chat like low a whole B ship? Okay. Yeah, there we go. Fix the text direction. This was live and do it. Hell yeah. Okay. Y'all are now in white and in Comic Sans. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy. Now, let's add source. Image file from my downloads. That one. Here we go. Here we go. We're gonna give y'all a little pic of my kitties. Just chilling right down here, I think. Yeah. Yes, there we go. Alright. Yeah, so, the white one in that image is currently over, chilling on my cat. Yeah, we love the cat. The cat's so good. He's a very good cat. He's a little bit rude sometimes, but he's a good cat. Alright. Now, I feel like on one hand, I feel like I need to do something with these big gray areas, but at the same time, like, I don't want it to be overwhelming, you know what I mean? Like, that seems silly. Xiao Mao. One moment. Stream chat viewer is it correctly doing that? It doesn't seem like stream chat viewer is properly importing Twitch chat. But don't worry, chat. Don't worry, Twitch chat. I can still see you too. Yeah, well. Alright, yeah, so I don't know. I think I'm gonna be good with this. Y'all wanna see my desktop? Uh Actually, hell. One second. I'm just gonna show you my, like, face-looking thing for just a second. Just to be sure. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we're good. I say my face-looking thing. Specifically because, uh, I had to check to be sure that, like, I wasn't gonna dox myself for, like, moving this off of the thing. Yes, I've got a horde background. Please don't worry about it. Alright, so I'm gonna save this as... This is going to be logo 1. Actually, cancel, yeah, sure. Save as logo 1.asprite. Save, file, export as image. exported, and there we go. Okay, now then. It's too late. We're rapidly approaching your location. Oh no. Oh no, I'm gonna die. I'm going to be killed for my meat. I realized where that came from, by the way. But for reasons, I'm not going to go posting the whole thing on my stream, in part because it contains a slur. Now, granted, it's a slur I'm allowed to say, but I would rather not be saying slurs on my stream or showing them deliberately. So it's fine. Um. Okay, so if I go over to Twitch, we have rewards emotes. So I can put these like over on YouTube as well, but I want to make sure that the emotes are in the proper like size category. Oh, okay. Farewell, Noda. Please stay safe. Have fun at the gym. Yeah, I don't want to get banned from YouTube instantly. Alright, so the suggestion brought to me by Twitch is to have my emotes be of a size 112 by 112 by 112, or like somewhere scaling nicely between that and 4096 by 4096. No way in hell I'm going to do like an actual 4096 to 4096 thing. I think 224 is going to be just fine. Like, that's just how that is. So. What can be done? Y'all got any ideas for emotes? Because I can probably put my, like, rapid nodding emote in. Give me a second, that would be... The hell, is it not one of my recents? Okay. Nope, no ideas. Brownie face. Loki, you're not allowed on the desk, baby. Where the hell did it go? Literally, like, one... There it is. I don't want y'all seeing my, user stuff. Okay, so... Yeah, like, this is obviously going to be making its way to, like, Twitch and probably YouTube as well. That way, y'all can go post in this in chat. Because, like, obviously, that's a hell yeah. Hmm. Damn, she'd really be showing off her neck, though. let's see, if we are working with that, then let's put our brush to 16. It's gonna get brain damage throwing your head around like that. Thing is, I am, as you can see, a golem of some description made of stone. My eyes blinking in their sockets, that is purely for your benefit, meatbag. Meatbag affectionate, just to be clear. Loki, don't look at me like that. Meatbag, not slur. Look, it's not my fault that you fleshies have so much meat inside of skin. Like, what, are you saying that you're not? I really do need to fix the stream chat viewer thing. That will be for a time in a pre-stream at some point. You know, I think to start with, because I do V Rising streams a bunch, that a blood icon might not go amiss. I don't know, that seems very silly. The worst blood drop anyone's ever done. Hmm. You ever just throw shapes around hoping that they'll inspire you? Alright, let's see. I do that. Think. Bit of that. Bit of this. That. Hmm. Thoughts may be returning to me. Bit of that. Hmm. I don't know. That seems silly. That. No, no, because the horn has to come down into the head a little. But it's not that far to the side. I should say what I'm actually doing here is I'm thinking of doing like a little hogging emote of um of a kobold. So like, wow, I don't know. I feel like those first few strokes were good, and then like it turned silly very quickly. But like, if I just do like that, it's just gonna be a matter of that. That's a little bit too. That's almost right. That's almost right there, I think. Yeah. We can tweak it. Like, it'll be fine. If I just do a little bit of a, like, that, like, I think you can see, like, a little bit more of the vision. So then if I do that, yeah. Like, it's weird, but, like, I don't know. I think you can sort of see it. It's weird as hell. Especially because, like, lizard faces don't quite pog so well. And, like, I'm trying not to have her, like, have the biggest bloody jaw ever. Um, Also, like, I think I'm gonna need to shift the way her cranium is, but, like, as long as the basic idea is getting conveyed, like, that's gonna be enough for the initial sketching. This down a little bit, go back to this. Yeah, because this is definitely, like, coming out at a weird angle from this head. But the angle of the jaw is more important, frankly. Like, the angle of this is way more important than the angle of, like, the rest of this stuff. That, go back up to 16. Because 16 is generally, I would say, a good size to work with for, like, sketching out a vague outline. Alright, so now I'm going to wipe away a lot of this, because, again, it's in, like, the completely wrong perspective. But it's gonna be fine. Like, if I just do that, move this back over a little bit, then, like, Shift M is the wrong button. And there we go. And then if we put in a new layer, and so this new layer is going to be like the base head, which is very silly looking at the moment, but it's fine. So we know that the head is going to need to be around like that-ish, because the jaw's extending down. Like, do the same thing with big chalk brushes to block out and get the big picture. Yeah, yeah, you get it. Working in different layers is so freeing. Like, oh my goodness. It's like, yeah, yeah, these things are in like a little bit different layers and like do interact weirdly. That's fine. Hmm. I think I'm gonna have to tweak the lips a little bit to properly pog it better. But like, because I think since I've got the upper jaw like decently defined, the lower jaw really just needs to be like an oh oh. I feel like a little bit of like if I were to just come in here and do that so that down on this layer I can be like, yeah, see oh, I think the joy of layers is not quite so prevalent when you start messing stuff up a little bit. But yeah, if I do like that and then I go down to this layer, Kingpin Wade, thank you for following. I am glad that some of my sound alerts are working. That's a sound alert that I'm very glad to have work. Welcome back, Potato. For whatever reason, my stream chat function is not working the way I would like for it to. Le chat, yes. Yeah, so if I do like that, and then a bit of, not quite that. Yeah, okay. A little bit more chin than is necessary. Just gotta round that off, make it nice and smooth. She's got her little frills back here. And you can just do that, and then, if I'm not mistaken, that's a little bit too much. Take it off there. That. That. Get a little bit of a swoop. There we go. Touch it up right there. Other side is literally just going to be a matter of like, put that up there. And then a little bit of a swoop up there. And I can do like the hollowing or whatever as needed. Like, it's fine. But like, I'm gonna do the horns, not the horns, the eyes in a different layer because like the amount of detail that like eyes often need is, I'm going to say, wildly divergent. Alright, so we do still need to have on this side, I think, um, some frill. So it's just like up like that, with that, choop, choop, and up. Yep, there we go. And then cut a clean silhouette there. Ugh, incorrect. That's also incorrect. Hello? Whatever. I can... At this point, I think they're... Nah, it's fine. Oh, right, I can literally just move the canvas around instead of moving everything around. Easy. She looks a little bit like a bird here, which is, I swear, not intentional. It's giving Gilda the Griffin. I had a crush on Gilda when I was younger. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna hide it. Like, sort of mean pretty Griffin girl? Hell yeah. Yeah, yep, the MLP character. Yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm proud of it, but I'm also not gonna be like, oh no, oh no, how dare I? But like, yeah, I think you understand. Alright, now then. Layer 3. There we go, we got eyes. We did a chat. Hell yeah. That's not how I'm doing the eyes. I do think that something not too far off from that conceptually is probably what we're gonna go with. Yeah. Yeah, that's my wife. That's my wife. I love her so much. I love her so many. I did that a hot minute ago. Alongside alongside an image of my own persona. Actually, one moment. Let me just pop that other one in because like why not, honestly. It'll only take like a second. And there we go. That should be open now. Well, should be existent. Yeah, so if I... What? Okay, I guess it doesn't exist. Whatever. It's fine. yeah, there is a... 1 second. Because if I go trying to open it while it's on my main screen, it is going to show you, like, a bunch of stuff that is on my disk, and I don't know if I want to go just, like, showing that. Right. Yeah, so, this is the little chibi character that I made, to go with the wife emote. Technically, it's now also one of the emotes. I should actually add that to my uh my YouTube emotes, but I don't know how to do that just yet. I will be figuring that out when I am not actively streaming. Oh, cute. Yeah, thanks. But yeah, so that's that. The nod. So I think that for this, it's gonna be like a that. And then if I just do like so, I have to do just for there. And then it's just a matter of some dat. Although, let's be so for real, it's going on like a bottom layer. But anyway, so that's gonna be like, whoa, whoa. I'm trying to remember what the exact um I have not named any of my layers. I am a fool among artists. You know, I could just like man like just fill like use the fill tool. Fill this in? I'm not doing that. Yeah, yeah, I'm being a little bit foolish right now. A little bit unwise. But you know, you don't always have to be like so wise, you know? Oh my goodness, I'm actually loving how this is shaping up. Like, granted, the eyes are still being weird. But like, if I just layer them down, is that not goated? I don't know. I think that this works. Um, 1 second. I am going to reopen that other file that I had. Congratulations, you get a little clip of a stuff, and you do get to see a little bit of my desktop. So enjoy. Where the heck did it go? There it is. Yeah, okay, so make sure that I know exactly which. That's F0, 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 and this is DCFOFA. What is this one? This is FOFO. Okay. So go down here, alter this to be coloration. Have fun making yourself some tea, Wade. Um, go with, yeah, so this is gonna be like so. Actually, I just do that, that, then I do that. Because, yeah. Design consistency is nice. Oh, that's the wrong. What the hell? And then I do contiguous fill those. Oh, that is horrifying. Alright, no, put those back. Put those peepers back. Hmm. Yeah, but now that we've got coloration, we can do that. No, gonna do that. And those are going to be specifically excluded from this. And like, I'll fill in the coloration to make it like actually work. It'll be fine. Like, I think literally just a little bit of. There we go. Alright, and over here it just needs to be, I don't know, I think a nice dark gray will suffice for this. Gotta make sure that I'm not like weirdly overlapping stuff so that it like geeks out. Because like, keeping in mind that this is an emote that's going to be in chat. Like, I don't think I need to be perfect about this one. Like, it's gonna look a little bit wonky. And frankly, that's okay. A person pogging looks a little bit wonky anyway. So, right, I was saying the lore. Lore of this character. Um, and that, like, includes my PNG tuber. Um, so the lore behind this character is basically, I reset that, and then we're still working on this layer. Back to that. We don't follow that being. That's whatever. So the lore of this character, which is also the lore of my PNG tuber, is that she is a kobold paladin of Bahamut. Which, for those of you who know, Bahamut is a deity of good and justice and all of that fun stuff. Anyway, so with that being as it is, like, she wanted to, like, go out and be all, paladin-y and stuff. Which, give her blobbies there. Yay. Yeah, that looks alright. Like, it doesn't look horrible. Oh, okay, you gotta clean up around the house. Fair, fair. Please do keep a clean house. That's an important thing to be doing. What the heck was the color I used for this? That's 3E, 3E3. One of these is this 3E, 3E3? Yes, okay. So anyway, lore-wise, she was a kobold of paladin of Bahamut, and as a paladin, she was like, yeah, I want to, like, actually go do paladin-y things. Unfortunately, Renna's Silver Scale was created in Pathfinder 1st Edition, where kobolds suck at being paladins. Like, they are bad at it. Because both their charisma and their strength and constitution stats, it's all bad. Like, pretty much the only thing they have going for them is, like, dexterity. And, like, maybe some wisdom. But definitely not, like, int or anything. So, what dear little Rennis did was she went and she, in conjunction with a friend of hers, I think maybe, does orange work for a tongue? I know it works for the ponies. I don't know if it would work so well here. I don't think I want to do, like, I definitely don't want it to just be gray mouth. Like, that looks weird. Like, I feel like I need to have something going on here, but I don't want to go full, like, vor artist on it. I don't know, that seems sane. Which, like, mind you, nothing against vor artists. Good for them. Get that bag. But, like, simple and easy. And I think there is still something to be done on the face. Need that. There we go. Giving her a little nostril. Let's see, jimmy the canvas around so that she's centered. I mean, like, I might make a point of, like, going back and tweaking this. But, like, for now, I just need to have some stuff. I mean, I could also be, like, making a stream border. Like, that's also an option. One second. Okay, let's... see. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's what happened. So, I stream using XSplit, and, well, XSplit works plenty well. It does keep forgetting that I exist. That like, I'm connected. So let's see, if I just, like, refresh the, like, stream chat viewer, like, it's gonna be silly for a second. But it's not properly showing Twitch for whatever reason. Which is very odd. I don't know why it's calling Twitch my extra account. No matter. Alright, so we're going to I'm gonna pull this over. I'm going to save it as a thing. I'm going to export it as a PNG. Export. There we go. Alright. So we're gonna try to adhere to, like, the sort of art style we've got going on here for the future ones. Let me see, though. For now, just a second. Which I am going to put this under follower, I think. So if you're a follower, you will have access to the wondrous emote that is Rennispog. Looking at it scaled down, it looks roughly correct. I may tweak it later. Which is having a moment. Which you good? Hmm. 1 second. Okay, so I'm seeing. It'll take a minute. That's fine. That's all good, potato. I am trying to figure out how the thing works. Also, apparently, there is weather to contend with. What is the weather to contend with? Thunderstorms likely to begin soon. Oh, goodness. Well. Alright, so we've got Pog. Um. Hmm. I think duplicate that. Drop that. Let's. That's incorrect. White Renus jump scare. Oh wow. You ever just pop your neck and it's like, oh, this is the best pop of my life? Uh, yeah, I just had a moment of that. Hmm. Yeah, that's me. Alright, so having done Pog, we are going to do some layer renaming. Eyes. Yay. Layer 1 is supposed to be mouth. And layer 2 is the head. Is all it at. Now then. Hmm. Can drop the coloration, and drop the eyes. And if I drop mouth, there are some parts that I want to stay. So I'm going to take that, Control X, down to head, Control V. There we go. So now when I hide mouth, well, okay, there's still a bit on mouth that needs to be moved down. Like now, if I hide that, like that's almost entirely the mouth. And if I take this and that, Cut, go to mouth, Control V. There we go. Alright, now if we just hide mouth, it actually is only hiding the mouth. See? Good stuff. Good stuff. If I show eyes, it's just the eyes. Is good. So, 1 second. I have a hot dog here that I gotta chow down on. The fact that the eyes are in full color is just killing me. Like, why? Why did I do that? I mean, I sort of get why I did that. I just... Wait a minute, this is gonna look silly. Oh, no! Oh, it's horrifying. Oh, that's terrifying. Oh, no! Oh, dear. Emma. Alright. Work. Work! Alright, so then. I'm gonna do a little bit of tweaking to the head shape. Start. There we go. And then let's look a little bit at mouth. Mouth can be like that, that's fine. But I don't want mouth to be necessarily this. We're going to be changing mouth up a lot because we need to do a different emotion. And I feel like we've got a decent base with this head to do a slightly different emotion that's like, I don't know, like sobbing sort of thing. So for that, we're gonna do clear the mouth away. Coloration is going to get corrected. That's incorrect. I need to go to the coloration layer for that. I need to avoid the damnation that is, oops, I drew everything on the wrong layer. What the hell? She looks so smug. The doubt. The doubt in her eyes. Chat, she believes that I'm going to die. She doesn't trust. She's not a believer. She's a doubter. Oh no. The heartbreak, my own persona, a doubter. I mean, she has every reason to doubt. I literally have died so many times during the V Rising hardcore streams. But I don't know if those actually have all that much impact on, like, my channel's, like, I don't know, culture? But it's fine. Anyway, so I'm going to duplicate this layer. Take this one, put it at 20% opacity, so that I have some idea of what I'm working with. This one's going to be Mouth Ghost. And this one's just going to be Mouth. Easy, normal, don't even worry about it. Easy, breezy, beautiful, cover squirrel. You know, I think I just realized something. I can leave that there. Literally what I actually need to alter for this is the head. Like, that works. If I literally just do that. Like, yeah, it's Flat Fuck Friday and whatever, but, like, that's fine. She really is participating in Flat Fuck Friday. Behold, a creature. She shut. Alright, now then. Now to do some actually interesting stuff. Alright, so do that. Pull it down, we're gonna make it sobby. Okay? She's gonna be sobbing. This is a version of the emote that is so sad that it makes you cry every time. Okay? Okay, chat, you have to cry every time. This has to be on eyes. I think those are actually a bit too big for those. That's fine. I think a nice big there. This just looks like a blushing emote. What the heck is happening? This isn't going to be the blushing emote. The blushing emote's going to have an almost completely different head. Damn, if I actually, like, had enough, I would commission Wyvie for this. She does good work. Hmm. If I just go, like, a little bit of that, and a bit of that, and then it's like that, and that. I don't know. Chad, does that look like it's properly, like, sobby to you? Like, I feel like I'm gonna have to do a little bit more of the, like, tears type situation going on. Why is this on mouth? That's not supposed to be on mouth. Ugh. It's fine. I'm gonna control X, eyes, control V. See? It's like it never happened. She drools. Alright, yeah, because if I just do a little bit more of that, I can do that. Yeah, there. Gotta put some shine on it. I swear, one of the easiest ways to put shine on things is literally just do a bit of white, and then, like, having done that, do a bit of the blue. Like, easy shine. Look at that. It's beautiful. Now, granted, I need to touch that up, like, right, do that, and a bit of that, but just like that, we have that, and then for the rest of this, this is going to be a little bit silly, but it's probably fine. Select everything. Now, I need Control A, W, Shift right click that. Okay. disallow the teardrops. There we go. Alright. Now, this is going to be a bit silly, but it's going to work. So, gonna go back to this. We're gonna go back to an 8-point. And we're just gonna do some erasing. And I think that right about there is going to be the point of doing this. Yep, right there. And then having done that, and then just G contiguous that in. We can pull the sides up just a little bit more. Just a touch. Good. Now then. I'm gonna go with a 4 for the big sad spots. We need to make her look like a wet dog. Just looking up at you with those big old pee-pee pupper eyes. Jeepers creepers, where'd you get those peepers? Alright, and then if I just hide mouth, is gonna be literally so easy. Going to deliberately exclude those. Like, coloration will have to pick some stuff up. Like, that's fine. That's literally fine. And yeah. Now if we just hide the eyes and reset the selection, it's just a matter of coloration 8, I think. Fill in the eyes a bit. There we go. No eyes, no sobby. Do a little bit to make sure that that's properly centered. And then I'm going to export that as, 1 second. Well, I just spilled some Coke on me. That's a problem. I think we're probably going to go to a break with that. But thus far, we have gotten two emotes and a and a logo thing done. And that logo, it may not be like the permanent logo, but it's a logo. And a logo is really all we're looking for. Oh goodness, it's dripping everywhere. Yeah, I have to go to break. I will play y'all some music. Be back soon. Heck is it? I'm still unmuted. Alright, I'm back. The mic's back on. You know what? I think I am going to put musics on. Alright, so this is... I need to properly name this file. This is... Sabi. There we go. We have our Sabi. We have our Sabi. That's the wrong one. And if I do this correctly... Wait, so... Hold up. How the hell was I... Ah. Alright, there we go. Let's see, what am I gonna put on? There's a lot that I could play as, like, the stuff that is, not a good option. Put on some... Let's put on the Final Fantasy VII Piano Collection. That's stuff. Alright. So then we did Hog, we did Sabi. We are going to save this as something else. Oh goodness, get that off there. Well, actually, you just get to see the stuff that's on my in my stream thing. It's properly named, and so it's fine. Alright, it's fine. Looky kitty, buddy, come here. You're a good boy, come here. How's the music volume, chat? Greetings, got done cleaning room. Welcome, Ganondorf. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you back. I am doing work on chat emotes and things like that. I'm trying to figure out what we want to do next for an emote. Room smells better since cleaned. I bet. think an ah emo, like a screamy looking one, is probably gonna be probably is probably gonna be the thing to go for. Alright, so I'm gonna save this one as, I think, the Scram. Is gonna be like a Scream, but she's a little kobold. She's capable of a Scram. So we're gonna go with a... So this is gonna be like the... Now... Sorry, I have to, like, blur my eyes before I do this. That way I can properly... By the way, Ganon, how do my audio levels sound? Hell yeah. Okay, good. That's a little bit too hog of a face, but... Dank. Nope, that's incorrect. It's like, I don't know, I feel like this is roughly the correct impression. We just got a kobold with the rar. Why am I doing this in the coloration layer? It doesn't matter, it's fine. Alright. Alright, so we're going to fill this non-contiguous with, let's say, purple. Purple is bad. Sure. Blue seems fine. Alright, so I think one of the first things I want to do is make sure that I have the mouth is going to be up like that. What am I doing trying to do the mouth on the wrong layer? Now, we need to do first the head. We know the head's going to be like sort of this sort of situation up here. Alright, so we're gonna do that, and then put that, draw that back, draw that up. I want to think that that's gonna work well. Not that one. That, and flip it like that. Be working with the neck back here as well. That's gonna be a little bit awkward, but fine. We'll be able to fun fact, a lot of lizards and stuff are able to open their mouths a lot farther than one would think just by looking at them. Like, we know that, like, lizard mouths can, like, open real big, but, like, sometimes they open very much bigger than you expect. Expect? I can't even talk today. By the way, look at my cat. Yeah, snake jaws can unhinge. I feel like there was something that I read that was that snake jaws, shockingly, it's not that they unhinge, it's that they themselves are a bifurcated jaw. So the bottom isn't necessarily it's not disconnecting from the skull. It's like splitting the jawbone, like, itself at, like, the chin, which allows for stuff to pass through. Now, granted, that's, like, a thing that I read on, like, a Tumblr post, but I think that that's, either way, a really cool thing. Like, yeah. Oh my goodness, I love this song. When this first started playing while I was playing my way through Final Fantasy VII Remake, I just about started crying. Because it's just such a joyous track. But it's it's amazing and cute, and I love it. Never played a Final Fantasy game. Well, I have been considering streaming some, so maybe you'll get to see some at some point if you stick around and catch a few more of my streams. Let's see, I need... Oh, hi! Hi, Awesome Gal! That's my friend. One of them. I have a number of friends in this world. You bit the bullet and made a new account. Oof, but also, welcome back. May I call you by, the old one's having issues? Ah, that sucks. May I call you by the name that I know you as? No is, of course, a perfectly valid answer. Yeah? Alright, hell yeah. It's good to have you, Thea. Alright, I'm trying to figure out just how I want to do this. Alright, so if I do that... I think I can sharpen this a little bit. What have you been up to, Thea? Let's see. I think an 8 is called for here. There we go. Okay, that has some actual sharpness to it. Let's put a little bit of sharpness to it there. Alright, I think that might suffice for the head. Let's give her a little bit less chin going on. And then we have the eyes. A key part of the eyes here has to be the angie. Been trying to find work. It's rough out here. Yeah, I know it. It ain't easy. Like, admittedly, the work situation is legitimately part of why I have taken up streaming, because at least this is a thing that I can pretty much guarantee is a thing that I can, like, do. Like, I can't guarantee that it'll be profitable, but I don't... I would say I don't need it to be profitable. But, like, I'd like it to be profitable. But, I mean, it's a thing that I know I can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's guaranteed work, even if it's not work that pays well, if that makes sense. Like, if I can hit affiliate, then, like, that's at least some inflow. Which, inshallah, I'll hit affiliate soon, but we will see how that goes. Instead of Final Fantasy, you liked Kingdom Hearts. You know what? Mad respectable. I have been a little bit off stream. I've been working on playing Kingdom Hearts 1. Admittedly, yeah, Kingdom Hearts is amazing. Janet, have you seen the Snapcube fandub of Kingdom Hearts? Because if not, and if you are a fan of Kingdom Hearts, I think there is a decent chance that you enjoy it. Certainly not a guarantee by any means, but, like... Do no harm? Yeah. Yeah, Thea, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's so good. Like, it is by no means mine to, like, stream and show off. Like, that would be, in my opinion, probably, like, potentially taking away from, like, Penny and the other creators who worked hard on that actually getting their dues. But I will absolutely say, like, please go watch that. It is so, so, so good. Oh! Yeah, thanks for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. Duh. Uh... Alright, I need to... I don't even remember where I got the piano collection of Seven's music, but, like, I'm glad I did. Yes, the Snapcube fandom. I'll be honest, so since she did her Deltarune playthrough, I have been watching more of Penny's stuff, and that girl is talented. Legitimately, like, her stream is, like, her streams are what have inspired me to do this. Like, she's amazing, and I am so glad for the impact that she has made on, like, the world at large. Also, my goodness, the Genova rendition on piano going off. Oh my goodness. Loki, one of my favorite tracks on the Final Fantasy VII soundtrack. Like, part of the goal is to give the impression of the otherworldly threat that Genova is, and they knocked it out of the park. Like, that there is no way I can be mad at, like, Nobuo Uematsu for this soundtrack. I say that technically, like, if it turns out he, like, tortured puppies for it or something, I'm gonna be like, that's so disappointing. But, like, they did such a good, like, I imagine he was not alone in, like, the process of making the soundtrack. But yes, you're right, it really gives off the vibe of an eldritch alien. It gives off a vibe of something otherworldly and a developing situation that must actively be confronted. And oh my goodness, it's I keep saying it at the risk of repeating myself, it is just so good. Like, there is a bit in the remakes where where the Genova where Genova starts playing, and oh my goodness, when it hits, I'm just like, wait a minute, this is Genova. It's so good. Did one of the cats get sick over there? Good luck. Trying to figure out how to do something with, like, the inside of this mouth that doesn't just result in it being like, yeah, hey, so, you like Maw? I guess it is, huh? Trying also to avoid some degree of Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff mouth. Hmm. Nope, that's incorrect. It's just gray, that's probably fine, right? Some games don't have to have as good music as they do. Correct. But, like, yeah, in cases of stuff like Final Fantasy VII, like, Nobuo Uematsu did not have to go that hard, but he did. He did that for us. And I am forever grateful for it. Give me the contiguous fill. Oh shit, we got one-winged angel going. Alright, switch to eyes. A, W, smart select on that. I seem to recall in... Oh goodness, So I mentioned that, like, I've been watching a lot of, Snapcube lately. In the Kingdom Hearts Let's Play, one thing that gets brought up is that one of the things she loves about Kingdom Hearts is that it is a lot like if you took Disney and all of its cute cartoon characters and everything, and were just like, hey, what if... Yeah, that's nice. What if we're gonna have, like, the sort of storytelling that Final Fantasy does? Now these eyes look weird. That's way too big. I keep relating Eggman being trapped in the building with my playthrough of Morrowind. Oh my goodness. In the city of Vivek. Oh no. I'm trapped in the fucking building again! Oh no. We actually raided Alfred yesterday. After stream. He's working on a card game. It is... You know what? I can't speak myself. I myself cannot speak to the difficulty of navigating the Vivek City. Because I admittedly have not gotten that far. That said, from everything I have seen, because I've seen Vivek. I've seen Vivek City. Yeah, what the hell? That place is a maze. what sort of build are you going for in your playthrough? So yeah, because I am curious. Mostly magic and sword? Hell yeah. I call it Disney with Bayonetta and FF elements if we're speaking about old Final Fantasy Dungeon Crawler. New Final Fantasy definitely has the same idea. Yeah. Yeah, New Final Fantasy is very much... It took a ton from stuff. Oh, hey, Robin. Yeah, that's my emote. That's me. That's me. So you can use it alongside my wife. You can keep them together. But yeah, that's one of those things that I actually love about Kingdom Hearts and the remakes is so I grew up playing a variety of games, but one of them was Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. And because, like, mind you, oh, heck, Final Fantasy IV is my first Final Fantasy. And, like, you can never... It's like, if you've seen Doctor Who, it's like you never forget your first Doctor. And, like, I love Final Fantasy IV with so much of my heart. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII was the first one that I actually, like, beat. And, oh my goodness. Give him one second, walks outside. Ow, mother trucker, stupid fan blades on high. Gannon, did you put your hands in the fan? If it was something else, do not correct me. You good there, buddy? No, maybe. Bestie, you can't be doing that. Alright. Okay, I think that's a scream. Girl, you okay? I don't actually know your gender. There is a pronouns extension that you can install for Twitch that will designate what your oh goodness. It'll designate your pronouns just like on Twitch. It's great. Actually, let me see if I can find the link. The Manage extension. I'm gonna pop this link in chat because it's a really cool one. I was grabbing my blanket, aka door. What? And I accidentally hit the fan blades. I'm sorry, blanket, aka door? A gamer, what? A blanket is my door, yes. Oh, okay. I mean, good for you. Alright, so we are going to save this as yeah, that's the Run a Scrim A Sprite file. Yes. Okay, it's just looping through the shuffle. Alright, we're going to clear this list, and we're going to add something different in. 1 second, let me... Library, add media to library. My wife is opening some Chips Ahoy. Hey babe, may I have some of those? Ah, woo.
Okay, the first ones. I'd say the first. You get the first dibs of them.
I have 4 cookies.
Did you want the last 2 that was in that sleeve pocket? Or 3?
Huh? No. No, I deliberately grabbed 4. Alright, where in Tarnation is it? Because there is a... moment. Playing this. While I'm trying to find where I put this thing. This PC. I love trying to find stuff in my Steam library. Hmm. 1 second. I'm gonna put my face up so that I can navigate this without fear. I have to go get alcohol and licking ketchup. No! My first Final Fantasy was Crystal Chronicles for the GameCube. Ooh! Is that the one that... Does that include... What, that's like... 1, 2, 3, and 4, isn't it? I might be wrong. But like... The what face? Oh no. Okay, so apparently... Apparently I didn't have the Sonobe soundtrack downloaded. Which is a shame. It's a very good game. It's a very good game. It's got a very good soundtrack. No matter. We're going to enqueue a little bit of Darren Corp. Darren Corp is good. Turn that nice and quiet. Okay. It finished downloading. Good, good, good. Alright. Pull the stuff back up. There we go. Sorry for that. Just had to make sure that my personal information was not being doxed. Alright, there we go. So we export run a scrim. And then... Are y'all ready for this? I should be able to. Okay, chat. I have a question for you. Let me see. I should be able to. Why are most softball games played at night? Because the bats sleep during the day. Oh my goodness. You. Alright. Question. Which emote is chat getting for free? You have 3 options, and I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. Alright, no, it was a weird game. It was a 4-player co-op game that I always played alone because I had no friends. Oh no. Oh no, you're reminding me of me playing a freaking Mario Party alone back, like, during summer vacation. It was literally just me. Anyway, remember to vote in the poll. At least AI exists. Oh, Potato is going? Okay, farewell, please. Stay safe, Potato. At least AI exists. What? Oh, yeah, AI players. Yeah. No, that is very fortunate. Sorry, I completely forgot what I was even saying. I'm sorry, you may come to notice that this is a little bit of a trend with me, is I will completely blank on what I was talking about, which is unfortunate, but it's how it goes sometimes. Because I, as it so happens, have uh nothing. By the way, this is what this emote looks like peeled. Alright, the win is Scrim with 2 votes. Alright, so let me go down to viewer rewards. Free. That's gonna take a little while for it to actually upload, but rest assured it will come to you for free. It will become the free emote. Yeah, she has been peeled. Alright, we're gonna delete all of that. I feel like we need at least one more. So, another option is I could work on, like, a bounding box sort of situation for my stream. Any thoughts? Because I'm gonna be so real. There are, like... actually, no, now I think something. So, strictly speaking, it's only my first month streaming, so I don't need... Yeah, so, like, if I go to my face cam, sorry, bounding box? Yeah. If I go over to my face cam, you see how, like, there is a border around me? And that's just, like, there? That is deliberately there because I specifically designed it to fit the aspect ratio of my camera and also the aspect ratio of the edges of the screen. So that way it would take up all of that extra space and I could still, like, be inside of the thing and not have to worry about it. Anyway, so, like, I could be working on, like, a border thing. That could be a good time. Or, what I think I'm actually going to do is I am going to work on sub-badges. Or at least a sub-badge. Because we have, like, I have a few subscribers. But I've literally only been doing this for, like, a month. And not even that. So, like, I don't need multiple. I need one, maybe two. For now. For now. But I need to figure out what my sub-badges will be. Because, like, on one hand, a part of me wants to be, like, give you a chevron-looking thing. But that's literally just, like, Star Trek. We're not Star Trek up in here. Like, Star Trek's cool. I ain't Star Trek. And also, let's be so for real, that looks super yonic. And I love women, I love yonic things. However, we're not just doing that. So, Yonic. Yonic is the counterpart to phallic. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's not one of those things where it's like, oh, I see the stuff's everywhere. It's like, when you are doing designs, it's very important to be mindful of if a design you make is going to look particularly one way or another, because that's a very good way to end up with people being like, haha, look at this design. And, like, on one hand, designs that are, like, secretly, or, well, I say secretly, which are intentionally one thing but also another. Like, I'm a linguist and I also like cryptography. I dig that. That's cool. However, from, like, a more corporate standpoint, you don't want to have that. You do not want to have your logo accidentally be something rather embarrassing. So, yeah. I could do, like, a glyph type situation. Because I like glyphs. Glyphs are really cool. And so here's the thing, I haven't decided on a theme that's like, this is the nature of my audience, because frankly, that seems a little bit silly to me. I don't want to be like, yeah, oh, glyphs are awesome. So, like, I could do, like, a stylized one. Actually, you know what? I could see a stylized Wahhead being a really cool thing. Let's see how this is going to work then, because Wahhead is... Okay. See you when you return, Ganon. Stranger Than Heaven trailer music stuck in your head. I don't know what that is, and I am admittedly a little bit afraid to play any trailer stuff on stream because a lot of the time that's the sort of thing that gets claimed. Not that I like have revenue, but also I'd rather my videos stay up so that people can watch them. So, yeah, we're looking at... Oh! Oh, holy shit. I think I just cracked it. I think I just cracked it. Chat, I might be cracked. Okay, hold up. The Fool. The Fool. As in, like, the tarot. So, like, let me just, if I literally just, like, pull this up on Google and show it to y'all. Yeah, like, the Major Arcanum. Because, like, it's always, you have Jesterly character with a dog. So, I think the sub badges will be symbolic of the Major Archon with the number of months subscribed -1. So 1 month subscribed gets you 0, the Fool. 2 months subscribed gets you 1, the Hermit, I think? It's either Hermit or Magician. One moment. I have to look up the Major Arcana because I don't know them all off the top of my head. Okay, so we've got... I'm literally pulling up the Wikipedia article for this. Yeah, so we have the Fool, the Magician. Yeah, the Hermit's 9. Then the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Lovers, the Chariot, Strength, the Hermit, Wheel of Fortune, Justice, the Hanged Man, Death, Temperance, the Devil, the Tower, the Star, the Moon, the Sun, Judgment, and the World. I think this could go pretty well. So I think for 1 month, I don't think I want... I don't know if a Jester's hat is the call, but I think, like, a bell might be good. Like... This is a little bit rough, but bear with me. Like, you see the vision. Like, I can do that definitely better if I just go, Carl Jung. Yeah, there's, like, Jungian archetypes and shit. That's cool stuff. Alright. Let's see. So... Whoa, that's incorrect. By the way, for those of you who haven't, I strongly recommend considering playing Supergiant's games. They are very, very good. Pyre is... I admit, Pyre is the only one of theirs that I haven't played to the end. And that's mainly because I had a ton of stuff go on in my life that ended up with me doing other stuff. Might get back on Ace Pride to make another jellyfish? Hell yeah. Alright, we're gonna do line 16. I have so many recommendations for games that, like, people ought to play. Like, there are a lot of very good games out here in this world that we call ours. Alright, if I just do this then. Nope. If I just do this. Also, I'm going to offer this as a little bit of higher propaganda. There is a demon woman by the name of Jody who is big and strong and beautiful. Get to Act 2 of your book, make some music, art. Really have a lot of unfinished stuff. Look, that's just life, honestly. Alright, and... that looks like a bell, right? What do y'all think? Is that a sane enough looking bell? Looks kind of cute. Looks kind of stupid. Looks kind of funky. Funky fresh? Hell yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do a little bit of shine on it. Alright, we're gonna... whoops. Okay, back here for that. Hell yeah. Kitty Queen 1345, thanks for following. We are 75% of the way to reaching our follower goal. Hi! Welcome, welcome. I am working on, well, among other things, so we got a number of emotes done. Thanks! So, yeah, we did some emotes, and now it is... oh, goodness. Now I'm working on a sub-badge. There we go. The bell's got a little bit of shine on it. That should be enough to do a thing. Alright, file, export as. Badge 1. Export. Alright. Let's see then. We're gonna look at... Should have a way of doing a thing. Subscriber badges. Okay. Upload this. It is badge 1. Open. Set that. Oh, it has to be exactly 18 by 18 pixels. Okay. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. Sprite size. It has to be 18 by 18. Oh my goodness, it's so derpy. But this is actually, like, the way that I prefer to do this sort of stuff. So that's fine. Back to Stream Manager so that I can definitely see chat. Okay. So this is going to be a little bit funky. Also, as you can see, a sprite did some very silly stuff. But the fact that we're working in this is actually massively to our benefit. I say to our benefit. It's to my benefit. All I have to do now, I'm just gonna redo this. Like, what just happened? Something happened. Control A, delete. There we go. Yeah, so I'm working with ellipse. See, that's hello. No, I said. What the hell? No, give me the normal ellipse. Alright, so we're gonna do a little bit of that. Line is currently still working at 16, that's fine. Let's do right about there. Switch that over. I should play Pyre on stream. I don't know, would y'all watch that? Like, it's a good game. I'd like to imagine people would like to watch that. But that's one of those things that I can never be certain of. Alright, there we go. It's gonna be contiguous fill, and it's gonna look a little bit silly, but that's fine. That's fine. Sometimes it has to look silly. That's the nature of things. Do I go with the nacho? gold. I feel like the nacho gold might actually be the way. Because I do have the stuff to do some lowlights. And, like, actually, again, part of why I love working in a pixelated format, like, I can do my cool little, like, silly little tricks that, like, temper the edges. Like, I'm out here anti-aliasing my stuff manually. Then I can just give it a little bit of this. Sorry, this song always gets me just feeling a tiny bit manic. Why am I apologizing for this? I'm awesome. I'm goated. I am back. I'm normal now. Yeah, okay. File, export as. Badge 1, export. Alright. Subscriber badges. Upload image. Oh, for feck's sake. I must have 3 different sizes of it. Okay. That's fine. Sprite size is going to be increased by 200. You know, we're gonna go straight for the 400%. That's fine. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go up to 4. Do the black. And all I have to do now is just that's just going to function in a lower layer, and that's fine. I'm technically, whoops, I'm technically still operating in the Screm one, which is, I think, a little bit silly, but it's fine. Nobody actually cares. Like, if you actually care, stop actually caring. And then just a little bigger. Whoa! That's incorrect. Nope. Also incorrect. Come on. We need more stuff. That. that. Thank you, that. There we go. Not to like gush too much about Supergiant, although I do love them. I love their games. They're amazing. But like one of the things that I love about them is the knowledge that Darren Korb, who made this track and does the music for basically all of their games, he is a gamer. There we go. Incorrect. Alright, there we go. Then we're just going to do the Nacho Bell like before. Turn off the symmetry. And so while I'm going to be a little bit less, I guess, certain about the... Who am I kidding? I am making absolutely darn sure that this shading is the way that I want it to be. Play items. Okay? Okay. Thanks. Thanks. Okay, that's right. You can actually, like, see me mousing around and, fiddling with my Winamp. That's awesome. Is it not going to play another song? Close enough. Alright, thanks for dropping in, Thea. It was nice seeing you and talking to you, and I am good at words. Alright. That bit doesn't need to have a ton of symmetry. We're gonna do a little bit of softening on those edges. Just a little. I'm gonna put a little shine up here. And I'm gonna be so for real. The, like, mid-size is going to be, like, a slightly squished version of this. And that's going to be fine. It's in fact going to be charming, and everybody's going to love it. Okay? You have to believe me, I know what I'm talking about. There's a cat down here. He gets pet. He likes to get pet. Gosh, I need to play Final Fantasy IX. That's just one of those games that seems like you have to play it at some point. Alright, there we go. Alright, so this is bag 1x4. Badge 1x4. And then we're gonna go sprite size. I'm gonna go bilinear down to % of that, so 36. If I instead do nearest neighbor, I don't think I like the nearest neighbor as much. Next Tuesday is going to be the next art stream. What the heck is Rot Sprite for it? I don't think Rot Sprite's the one that I want to do for that. Like, It's gonna be bilinear. It's gonna be a little bit weird, but... Alright, let's see. That, and that. Alright, and there we go. The 1 month, 1 month sub badge, exists. I will be getting the next badges made on the next art stream. That being said, I would like to thank all of y'all for joining me. I am going to go, but before we do, I am planning on raiding someone, so if anyone, if y'all watching over on Twitch would like to hang around for that, please do. We'll be raiding another channel that's doing art. I'm not sure which yet. We'll find out. YouTube, this is where I leave you.